All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome in. It's glad to have you here if you're viewing or listening at this point in time. We got a special guest on today. Old friend of mine from Indiana. He's coming from by way of Texas right now, as you can see down at the bottom. Formal introductions: Jordan J. Prodigy Edwards. Let's go ahead and pull him up. Welcome to the show, my friend. How's it going?
Hey, good, man. Good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, and I'm immediately my eyes are drawn to the lights in the background.
You enjoy those?
I'm
Yes, I
digging the
did those.
setup. Yeah, I'm digging the
I did
setup. How have you been? What's been going down with Jay Prodigy in the great state of Texas?
that. Man, I'm staying hustling. Tell you that.
Yeah,
Straight up hustling. You know what I'm saying? Staying J Prod, really. I don't stop. I never stop.
yep, man, too funny. I
And no, man, just been working hard, really. I started my own landscaping company during the pandemic
nice.
and got off, yeah, with landscaping and everything like that. Turned into building fences to retaining walls and just big projects for homeowners. So that was pretty lucrative. And making music as the one does,
He's
right?
back to making music.
Oh, I've never stopped.
He's never stopped. See, that's
I
interesting.
always, yeah,
I just didn't know that. I did so with me on that end. I did pretty much do music all the way up until about 2015,
yeah,
2014,
yeah.
2015. I stopped. Just kind of pivoted what I did. That's when I came back to Arizona. But no, that's awesome. Cool. What kind of music are you still just writing or rapping still or like producing or what?
Yeah, son. You know, it's straight freestyles, just straight
Just,
up, just
just
hardcore.
freestyle. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
But it's the thing is, I don't have Ken Shine, so I can't really
I don't.
produce that. You
Yeah.
know,
You need Dr. Dre to come out
yeah.
of Naptown. So
But I've got content for him, which is the good thing. I store all of this stuff in the cloud that
he
we've
stores
got
it in the
now.
cloud.
Yes,
It's the way
yes.
to do it. You got a whole.
Just snippets because he told me that he can just send me your vocals and I'll be able to master it. So I was like, all right, let's do it.
The
So
way to
I'm
do
just,
it.
yeah, building up a discography for him.
That sounds nice. That sounds real consistent. I actually like the whole cloud thing. Just keeping a cloud album just loaded up and ready to drop out to people. Um,
Yeah, I miss your music too, man.
oh
I've
yeah,
been listening to a lot of the songs he sent, and
yeah,
yeah,
yep. The good old album.
he, you got to give it to the people.
Yeah,
Some of your shit, man, I still listen to, and it bangs, and I'm just like, God, I miss those times.
man. It all started. I want to say what, like probably. Well, for me, it was a little bit before you came because it was kind of your
Uh-huh.
sophomore, junior year, something like that. You
So,
you showed up. Um, but about a year before that, me and Kevin Kenshine, who he's talking about, which he will come on the show at some point. He's going to be a guest tonight. He said he was out working late on a project, so he would not be able to make the show. But he's going to be on at some point. And yeah, we all used to make music together, just drop mixtapes, write songs. Kevin would produce stuff. Every once in a while, he'd jump on a track, and then he built his own mixtape, which he worked on and released. So yeah, it's gonna be nice to hear some new stuff. I'm curious to hear what the new production of Kenshine is
God.
like with some of these new Jay Prodigy Cloud lyrics. So
Oh, man, yeah, I'm telling you, like from what I've heard that he sent me, it blows my mind that it was so long ago. Yet, you know, what I've done now, it sounds completely different. And
exactly.
listening, yeah, listening to all this, like, God, we were so young. We were
Oh,
so young,
oh,
but we were
literally,
trying.
yeah.
We were
That's all
trying.
you could do, man. I mean, hey, we had the inspiration of Soldier Boy, Lil Wayne, just out there just inspiring.
What would you say that was our inspiration?
No, I mean that just of our generation, that era. I mean,
Sure.
for me, of course, I was more, yeah, as you know, 50 Cent, Eminem,
Eminem was
the
was
South,
definitely
the
mine.
South,
Yeah.
you know, Rick Ross, Jeezy, Gucci, Ludacris. Those were kind of my guys. Houston, all the Houston rappers. So, um,
Yeah. I was more on Eminem Tech Nine type thing.
oh, Tech Nine was, and then later Hobson, but he never
Oh,
he never like fully blew up at the mainstream level. But it's because I feel like of
that,
how good he
that's a
was.
good.
Yeah,
That's a good thing. I listen to Hobson, dude, all the time. All
Hobson's
the time.
fire, dude.
Have you heard Happy Ending?
If it's real recent or even in like the last 2 years, probably. I don't think
You
I've heard
would
a
love
Hobson
that
song in
song.
3 years. Yeah, and this all took place in Indiana, so I think Indiana early 2000s. You know, you got a couple of young jackals just roaming the plains, just trying to make their way in the galaxy.
Just a couple gazelles just figuring it out, staying away from predators.
Yeah, man, good old Fishers Police Department.
Oh,
Man,
love them.
their
Love
flash,
them. Thank
their
you for your service, by the way.
absolutely. I mean, you can't. The boys in
You got
blue.
a hat. That's up. Yes.
Um, but no, man, those flashlights. I mean, you're talking early 2000s. Their flashlights were like lightsabers. They would cut through your soul, man. You got a Fisher FPD beam on you, man.
They got you. They're on you. There's no getting away. There's no getting away. So y'all be for any of the youngins that are out there, or to anybody that might be listening who have children in Fishers, yeah, let your kids know you're not getting away with anything.
Yeah, it's a place where it's well patrolled. You know, it's a community which at one time
Very well patrolled.
it's a community where at one time it was literally like ranked as a top place to raise a family in the United
Yeah,
States. I mean, of course, this is 10, 15 years ago. It's probably dropped down the charts a little bit, you know, the type of I think it's like a lot of I think drugs have hit Indy pretty hard as most places. But it's pretty bad out there right now from what I know.
yeah. Trickled down, you know, from where was Michael Jackson from?
Gary.
Gary,
Yeah.
right? So it's run its way down. But Fishers, I think, and Carmel, they've really introduced a lot of Karens that have kind of just really
Oh,
spread out.
I mean,
And
I believe, I mean, and don't quote me on this, but I believe that's the birthplace of the Karen is that metropolitan region of the Fishers, Carmel, Noblesville type of area, you know?
yeah, I don't doubt it. I didn't know that. That's amazing to know because it makes sense.
Yeah,
It's,
they wander into Geist sometimes. You know, they get stuck behind the
oh,
gate. Yeah,
right.
yeah, they tend to stay in there. You know,
Speaking of the Geist, what was his name? Was it AJ? The dude that
oh,
lived out there by the lake. Yeah, no, don't remember.
phew, it's.
He got us into some trouble, but
Oh, I would imagine any most of those um just backwood Indiana type bonfire parties were usually where you found your
yeah,
introduction to some
what?
tunes that were not recommended later on in life. Tell you that.
Very true. But we had our fun, our fair share. Quite a
Absolutely.
few bottles of Ozarka filled with vodka. Uh,
Those,
the cheapest.
oh
Got
man.
sick to our
Yeah,
stomachs,
going back
but
and just looking at high school, it's like, man, the low level of alcohol and food that was consumed. I mean, it does wonders that the body powered through. I mean, Smirnoff and drive through McDonald's and McDoubles and
the steak and shake
yeah,
and Hungry Howie's, I'll tell you,
Hungry Howie's. They got some flavorful crust. I'll tell you that.
they still smack. They still smack. I'm sure. If they're still around, I bet they smack.
There's quite a few out here in Arizona. Hungry Howie's is a very
Yeah.
prominent business out here.
Dang.
Yep.
Good for you guys.
Yep.
I mean, that
So-
pizza was comfort.
Oh, as is my favorite was Pizza King in Indiana. There's only like 2 of them, I believe, in Indiana. Fantastic pizza. If you've ever been to Indiana, I believe there's Marion might have one, and there's probably
Marion's,
another one somewhere. But Pizza King, you gotta go.
Again, to your viewers, we haven't spoken in
Yeah, it's been
years.
literally. So I was trying to think the last time. It's probably when you were in school, because I know. No, you came back to visit a couple times. And
multiple times. Multiple times.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's right. Because I remember, I was just thinking about it today. You went to get the tattoo. You went to get the tattoo down in Broadway.
Yeah.
Man.
I still have it.
Oh, I mean, I would imagine.
I still have it.
Yep. I would say I wouldn't think you would pack it up and cover it off. No reason
They
to.
sit there forever, but
Yeah.
I was like, all right, we'll see.
Yeah.
Turns out they are.
Oh, yeah, they are. I definitely I have one that is a blackout type of night that I have.
Wait, you have a tattoo?
Yeah. And here's the deal. Was one of those moments where you just like, it was one of those nights when I was in Florida just partying, whatever, and you wake up, tattoo. Yeah.
Dang. So it's like
I was like,
hangover.
but at the same time, I was like starting to wake up as like it was all like happening. I was starting to catch on as it was all happening. So like I'm like, okay, like cool. But then I remembered like everything was going on, and I remembered like, so earlier that day we had bought a tattoo gun kit. So like me and my friends bought a tattoo gun kit, and we're like, yeah, cool. Like one of my buddies was like, I'm gonna start tattooing. Like we're like, all right, cool, whatever. So we all got fucked up that night and just started doing tattoos is what happened.
Off a whim.
So I got like it's a real small one on my leg, but yeah. So it's like, it's nothing. I literally forget that I have it all the time because it's not even visible. So.
And it's of what?
Oh, literally nothing. It's just like colors with like my initials. Yeah. It was supposed to be, what it was supposed to be was the colors of like the India flag.
Okay.
So like green, orange, and like white, and then my
yeah.
initials. But yeah, just not the case. Just my initials and some squiggly lines, and yeah. So I forget I have it all the time.
Was it only beer that you consumed
Oh no!
to have your friend tattoo you?
Yeah, no, it was definitely we were drinking like bottles, and yeah, big bottles. Yeah, it was a bottle kind of day. I think we were shooting a music video that day is what it was. We had shot a music video, and I didn't eat anything, right? I didn't eat anything, and I was like drinking until like the evening, and then I was like, damn. I realized I did not have any like food or like good substance to hold up the alcohol.
Right.
And then it just got out of control from there, because after the video shoot, we went like to the club or something, or we went to we went to the club downtown because like he was going to perform the song we were doing the video for. And then we just had like street tacos and drank more, and yeah. So those good times, bad decisions.
That's news to me, man. I'm intrigued because music videos.
Yeah.
Where did this come from?
So when I was in Florida, I was still doing music when I was in Florida the whole time. So I went to Florida. I recorded music there, formed another group when I was in Florida there. We did like 2 mixtapes, started a third, and then
cheating.
Of course, shit hit the fan around those times, and then I ended up back out here, back out in Arizona. So,
right. What's that group called?
That group was Nona Cartel.
The Nona.
Yeah, it was the town. It was the city, the little town that we were like all in, or where we all met in, I should say, because none of us were really from there. But that's the little town we all met in. So we were just like, "Fuck it, dude!" Like NC, we're just like a cartel, whatever. And then we did NC1, NC2, and we started recording NC3, and then boys just got fucking two turned. Yep.
Yeah, funny you talk about Florida. I'm going to Cocoa Beach this Thursday.
Oh, good old Cocoa. You know, here's the deal. I was 40 minutes from Cocoa. Spent a lot of time out there. You will have a good old dandy. Let me tell you.
Quite a dandy one. They're young. Yeah.
Yeah, you will have a good time. I'm telling you. It's a fantastic place. Yeah, it's the thing with Florida is you just don't want to live there. It's not a place you want to live because it's easy to just to have fun, just enjoy the party life, the beach life.
Yeah.
Of course, I was young at that time. If I went back now, I'd probably just like work and just do chill 30-year-old guy shit that I do now. But like, you got to think this is 10 years ago.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Because you're not doing. I don't know unless you're still out there just having a good old time, tearing it up,
hustling, just grinding.
Out there, man.
Out there. No, man, I'm not really. As you may know, I've got two little ones.
That was going to be one of my next. We just got major derailed by the whole Kenshine thing. It just spun off. It just spun off.
Yeah.
But yeah, two kids. How's that? Jay Prod the dad. Two lambs.
Oh yes, it's amazing. It's amazing. My two little lambs. Yes. It's crazy. I never thought that it would happen this fast, but I got my daughter, Layla, light of my life. I got my son, AJ, who's the light of my life, both of them. I wouldn't change anything. It's amazing. My son is about to be 3 here, December 11th.
Nice.
Still blows my mind. Yeah.
Birthday around the bend.
Yeah. And my daughter, they're both so funny. Like you would get a kick out of them because they're so young, but they're like adults at the same time. It's weird because you can have a full-on conversation with a 2-year-old. And he stubbed his toe on my coffee table a few weeks back. And when he did, he stubbed his toe and he's like, damn it. He's 2 years old. But I was like, I couldn't be mad. I just thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah. It's just, if you want to be honest, it's a natural reaction. It's how life works. You work your way to a certain point and then luck kind of happens to you as a reward of like what you've been through and how you navigate it. I feel like, I don't know. Because that's how it is for me. Yeah.
You do good, you get good. I think karma is still a real thing.
Oh, I absolutely think it is. Whether it's just like energy or true karma or just how the galaxy and the universe operates, like off of just goodwill and good ethics. Like if you do good and you have good intentions, good things will come if you work for it over time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, it's just so many people they gotta wake, and they have been. You've seen it's called the mass exodus of jobs. Everybody quitting their jobs. You see like the job reports, like more people than ever, because how could you not? Like you have the power of the internet, right? To go and virtually learn everything you want for no cost, get a college degree just with free access to the internet. I guess you gotta pay for an internet bill, but you can learn anything from anyone, right? Read books, watch these podcasts with like other people that are billionaires and sports players and athletes, and there's so much good information out there. And then you just learn how to build your own business, have an online business, start a brick and mortar business. But it's just the idea, the goal is for everybody. I want everybody to like not work for somebody, like everybody to have their own business. And then the people that do say work with you, they don't work for you. They work. It's like a freelancer or a contractor. So like you're like, hey, I'm doing this project. I need a couple other engineers or like builders, for whatever other solo man companies, 2-man companies. I'm gonna hire
Third
you guys.
parties.
And that's the way to do it. Like nobody should have to clock in and out like an employee. If they can figure that out, boom, golden. Everybody will be so happy. Like the secret key. So
got it, dude. We could have done, yeah. Hey, man, I would have been on that train if our music took off.
Oh yeah, no. I think about that all the time too, because I'm like,
right.
It was a weird mixture of like, we somewhat, in a sense, didn't know what we were doing because we were still in the early age of the internet and YouTube and like making music online, and there was still the perception you had to go through a record label. Now it's just like you can make a good song, put it on TikTok with some goofball dancing around, and you get 5 million views, and now you're on the Tonight Show, CNN, whatever. Like that's how it works. It's crazy.
And sorry if some of my words come off muffled. I have braces, by the way. I don't think you've known.
Oh no. I wouldn't even say that it had come off as muffled, which now that we're on the braces, that brings me back to way back in the day. Here we go, because this was literally like the second day I met you with the dog attack. So
oh yeah. It still messes with me. Yeah, that was a pretty brutal moment. Yeah. So what happens too is the scar tissue will flare up in the middle of my mouth. It's bad. It's bad. And so it's like when I get interested in a girl, or if I'm like excited, right? And then this thing will just like flare up. And it's like,
it's so crazy.
It's awkward because I know she knows, but she doesn't really know why it's happening. And so it's pretty embarrassing because usually I don't get them. They're like, no, his mouth is fucked.
Yeah, he's
single daddy.
Yeah.
I'm a 31-year-old out there in the clubs, just like, what do I do? Do I still Dougie? Is the Dougie still a thing? What's up?
Exactly. No,
I don't know. So
yeah. No, I quit. I quit doing all that stuff years and years ago. Like I said, it was probably 2015. Around that time, I just got more interested in like business and trying to get a good job to network to get to the next place, so I could essentially do what I wanted to do, which was always start my own business and kind of go from there and build other people's businesses and brands. But it's funny, like you said, nobody ever ends up doing, at least I feel like most people don't. They don't end up doing what they went to school for, or what they originally studied, or none of that stuff, So, like, I was originally going to be a cop. I did all this police training. I did all this stuff, and then did music for a while, and then it just kind of, life just takes its twists and turns. You end up doing something you never thought you would, and then it just puts you in a situation to have a new opportunity.
Yeah, that's all the experiences. That's part of life. I think each one is an outlet that guides us into something different. And I mean, it's amazing because the journey that we go through, that's our journey. So whether you're making music, you're painting, or, you're great at drawing. And if that's not necessarily something that turns into your career, it's still something that helped guide you through the process of life, because we were young. Right. And that was an outlet for us. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. For sure. I mean, now that I think about it, I write now today with in my job, but it's, it's a different writing. It's, creative writing, marketing writing.
Right.
But every day I think about, I've literally started scripts and books. They're somewhere in my Evernote files and my laptop files somewhere. I've started this stuff. But no, I was like, it's all still there. Like if you get the right people, the right group of people, and the right network, like communicating, and it just like gets the juices flowing. You get working on like a good project, and so
things get juicy.
Passing down knowledge is the best thing you can do for humanity.
Of course.
Of course. But in the meantime, I want to have fun, and I want people that are creative, that have all these ideas. Like there's no reason to think we can't build an original show on this platform, write it all, get some animators, make an amazing kick-ass show, and then pitch it, or not even pitch it to somebody. We have the platform, so then just start running Fun Times Media original movie, Fun Times Media original podcast.
Hell yeah. As you should, dude. That's amazing. That's an amazing vision. And
yeah, came from.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Yeah.
Nope, never. Because it's just fun. The process is fun. And like this, like literally what I figured too with podcasting, I'm like, this is just great for like just networking, conversation, catching up with friends. But you can learn so much stuff. Like the more people I talk to, imagine if I had a podcast episode every day where for 365 days, I talk to somebody different. Like, how much you would learn talking to somebody about things you don't know? Like, that's crazy.
Yes.
And then
what's great with your vision, you can use these kids to work, right? So at a bottom level, and as you continue to progress, you can use them for the small technical things, the administrative things, the just the little things, and let them work their way up, because, well, nothing is free in life, right? And it's amazing that you want to help people that could possibly want to get into the industry. So you creating that, I think it could give you a platform, as well as having these kids kind of work their ways up, and will also help you develop a business.
Yeah, no, it's funny stuff. Because I think about like all the different things we used to come up with. Like I meant, like literally, it just popped in my head the other day, and I put it in the chat. The Adventures of Baby Satan. Like there you go. I mean that, like the amount of things that we can come up with and turn into like a legitimate, entertaining idea. Like people.
Yeah,
people would literally sit down and watch a 6-season, 12 episodes per season, Adventures of Baby Satan. Who would not want to know what Baby Satan was up to? Because I sure as fuck want to know. And to top it off, we had yellow squeaky rainbow. Why did we have yellow squeaky rainbow? Was there
yellow squeaky rainbows?
No, the rain boots. Remember he had yellow rain boots?
Oh, rain boots. Oh,
yeah. We gave him yellow squeaky rain boots just because. Little Baby Satan. Just tramping around down there on the good old fiery pit. I'm telling you. So
what tramps around, dude? I can't.
So what we're talking about, guys, is take us back to 2006, probably 2007. We made some Microsoft Paint slideshow cartoons. We made a series called The Adventures of Baby Satan, and that motherfucker, he was a little gremlin, man. He was out there
a little dicey.
Yep. And we did some voiceovers. We did some original artwork. And there's no reason to think that, that couldn't be a success in today's landscape. So.
Because people will watch pretty much anything.
They will.
And you know what? It's funny as hell.
It's
entertainment.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if it has nothing to do with, anything specific, it's funny as fuck. And it's all about laughing. So, yeah, enjoy the adventures.
Yeah,
Enjoy the
it
adventure.
is. So that's I think we would be able to sit down one day and
Yeah.
just like give a crack at it
Yeah.
and come up with a complete new series. Um, so that's another thing that I want to do is I want to continue to work on the old creative ideas we used to have and just bring them to fruition, like I said, because we can make some good funny stuff, some very funny stuff.
We could, dude. And it's been too long.
Yep.
It's been too long.
Years on years. So again, where are you at right now? You're in Texas.
I'm in Texas, North Texas. Yeah.
Okay, what's like the big city suburb? Dallas area still or
Dallas. Yep.
Dallas? Okay. Nice.
Yep. Dallas
Yeah.
Fort Worth.
Yeah, that's right. Because and they have the same. Isn't that one airport, or is there two airports? There's like Dallas, and then I know
Love
Dallas
Field.
has two airport. Yeah, Love
Yeah,
Field.
you
I
got
flew
Love
into
Field and
I flew into both before.
DFW. Yeah, when?
Oh God, this was probably 2009. My friend got married out there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I flew out there for his wedding. And then, that was the last time I went out to Texas. It's been a long, long time. Yeah, that's the problem with the internet, because it really did open a rabbit hole. There's a lot of as many opportunities as there is, there's a whole lot of bullshit out there. Let me tell you. And I think I think people can see it right for themselves. You spend a little time on
Majority.
YouTube and Facebook, and you'll end up down a rabbit hole.
Exactly. TikTok. You find yourself spending. It tells you hours later, hey, you should probably stop.
Oh, does it? Man, I see. That's funny.
That's that there's memes about that stuff. And
Wow.
yeah, it's funny. It's funny. The Kid Credit Morning Show. They actually. Am I allowed to plug?
Oh yeah.
Oh, great. They have content.
That's
they have
funny.
content. Yeah.
That's funny. No, I do watch some I don't know. So I have a TikTok. I made a TikTok, but I don't really use it.
Did you make a fake account? Because the Chinese are collecting all of your information.
Oh, at this point they got my soul since I dropped my first mixtape on SoundCloud. So yeah, they're ready.
That's why we send them the adventures of Baby Seed.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Over here have
you got it, Nguyen.
Copyright my shit. Yeah. Man.
Telling you. They've got your social, your phone number, your email, your MySpace for the entertainment side.
Yeah.
I created a TikTok. It's like Frankfurt Frank. Just so I can watch some funny content. That's really the only reason.
Frank has 5 million followers already. He's a big deal.
Well, take my name. I'm not losing anything.
No, I'm just saying. No, that's
I'm
cool.
not gonna lose it.
That's cool because it's funny. Like literally, it can happen where, and I think
yeah.
for a perfect example is I think you would be great on TikTok, just doing some of the shit we used to do when we were young, like just the ability to think with quick, creative, goofy shit like that. Like that's what TikTok
like
is.
A puppy pad.
Yep. Boom.
Puppy pads.
But
I'm gonna send you my videos.
The puppy pad videos. I remember the cow suit.
Seen them?
No, I remember. I remember the cow suit. Like that's where it all started for me. Was the cow suit?
Who could forget?
Yeah.
Who could forget the cow suit?
But again, this is literally YouTube was like a year old. Facebook was just coming around. Instagram wasn't really there yet.
Yeah.
So it was a weird time. We didn't know what we were doing.
It was a weird time.
Yeah, we just didn't know what we were doing. Had we known now, had we had this now, we would have scaled like crazy. Yeah.
Dude, we were in the newspaper for the our high school, right? So
Oh, that's right.
Hamilton Southeastern, RLK was in the newspaper.
Yep. Yep. They did an
You
article
know?
about us. Yeah, they did an article
Yes.
about us in the
And
school
then
newspaper.
nothing else came of it.
Yeah.
But wasn't that awesome? And
It
it's
was.
like,
I'll never forget it. So here's what was happening. I was playing Call of Duty 2 in my basement.
yeah, you were. I was
And
right there with you.
I got a call from this girl at the school, and she was like, "Hey, blah blah blah, whoever from the journalist or whatever department we're interviewing. We want to interview you guys for the school paper, um, for your music group." And I'm like, "All right, cool." So she asked me a couple questions, but it was like horrible reporting, like as anyone can imagine, like some 15-year-old Fisher's girl trying to be the next Katie Couric, just not happening. I'm sorry if I offended you. I don't remember who you were if you did call me, but hey. Um, it was a nice little highlight,
I
but like
mean,
I know
over
you've done
time,
this. Yeah, I know you've done this because you write already a lot, and you've always been big on having notebooks and shit. But just write out like literally what you want to do in life and like
Mm.
how you can get there. Basically, you do it like upside down. You put like your end result goal, like what you truly believe you're capable of doing and want to do in life.
right.
And then you just write downward, reverse engineer it, every step you think you'll have to take to get there, whether it's okay, I got to know X amount of people, I got to have X amount of money, I got to own X amount of properties, I got to do, have these X amount of skills. And then you just like write the plan, and then it points right to like what you need, and you just follow it.
Just follow it. Yeah. And so do you believe in manifesting, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's got to be like you can't see on, well, it's not manifesting, but you can't see on the screen back there the whiteboard, but I'll write out, like I have my podcast, so like you're on there on one of those. It has like the next
Your
two
vision
episodes.
board.
Yeah, it's like and originally I had the whole web drawn out. I take a picture and then I'll erase it, and then so like up there now is like you're on there. The next podcast episode, like the guest, the number, next guest is on there because I'm doing another one tomorrow night, and then
I'm
Wednesday.
honored.
Yeah, so. Yeah, no,
I'm
dude,
honored.
it's been fun. It's been great catching up. Like I said, we'll just keep doing these. We'll come up with
Yeah.
what I want to do is I want to create a segment where one day we do have a round table type of thing. It'll probably be me, you, Mason, and Dan, and then we'll just like jump in on here and do like a 4-person round table type of. It'll be like
Yeah.
the nice round table episode, just shooting the shit, drinking beer, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'll have like my professional interview style ones. I'll have whatever sports commentation ones, but just nonstop.
Can I suggest one thing?
Yes.
So you call this, like you sent me the message around the virtual bonfire.
Oh, that's kind of, well, so that's like a little slogan I've just come up with because it's kind of like what we're doing in a sense. You know what I mean? Like just hanging out. So that's in the description of my podcast. It's kind of like, yeah, like if you look up the podcast on like Apple or Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts, you'll see the summary. It's like, do you remember the bonfires you used to sit around with your friends and shoot the shit that would give rise to questions, answers, stories, debates? Like that's basically what this podcast is intended to be. Like you just have people on, and whether they're like someone well known or not, you just sit down, shoot the shit, ask them questions, learn a little bit about them, try to come up with things, because you never know. Like there's literally been podcasts I listened to where two people who didn't really know each other, they just got connected because they kind of built their brands, and then like both of their followings or their PR teams were like, hey, you guys should do an episode together. Like, so for example, one of my favorite guys to follow, you got to look him up and follow him in his YouTube channel. So Patrick Bet David is his name. He's a life insurance like entrepreneur. Sounds boring as shit, right? But he's super intelligent, well-spoken, has really entertaining, knowledgeable shows. He has a show called Valuetainment, and he interviews people that are like the top people in their field. So he'll be like FBI people. He's done ex-presidents. He's done Kobe Bryant. He's done mafia people. And his show is really good, really informational. So he did an episode with Joe Rogan on Joe Rogan's show. And it was like
no kidding.
it was like one of the best podcasts ever because those are some of my two favorite people to listen to.
Yeah.
So just hearing them come together and then they start talking and then they'll come up with like they didn't even really know each other beforehand. And then they'll come up with like something they both connect on and they're like, hey, we should do that. Like, let's talk about this or make this an idea or start this organization. And just yeah, it's like a brainstorming session.
Blossoms into a
Yeah, like it can become anything. So.
beautiful baby creation of media with hurricane force winds. And as you see, the trees are really blowing debris around. And Mark.
Sorry about that. We lost some Wi-Fi here in the building, but we're gonna get a camera team back out there to you. I did notice some wind picking some things up, throwing some. Is that a Volvo? Maybe a dog floating in the wind back there. But hey, we'll get back to you, Keith. Don't worry. Hold on tight. Hold on to your boots.
That's you, dude, right there.
But yeah, no, we can do some funny shit. That's what I want to do.
No, you got it right there. Again, Ken, this is Marv out here, and we are experiencing some pretty extreme gusts right now. The young baby Satan must have kicked in.
Yeah,
really
and again, you went to Stonewall Jackson Elementary School. Man, you remember that? Just lunch class? Just sitting
what?
Said baby Satan at Stonewall Jackson Elementary, just sitting at lunch, just eating some SpaghettiOs and trying to make his way.
Stop.
Yep. Like, attention students. Would the parents of baby Satan please report to the Coliseum? At this point, I'm just getting used to like getting back on here and just talking and like having a good time with people, and then like it'll go from there. I mean, just start and continue to grow, and then we'll, like I said, I got ideas for shows, different stuff, so we'll be back looping back around in the circle.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, dude, have a good one. Enjoy the night.
Thank you. It's been great.
Yeah.
Great catching up with you.
For sure.
All right.
Have a good one.